3 more days. 3 more days until we get the most highly anticipated matchup. Lakers versus T-Wolves. In my personal opinion, this is going to be the best series matchup out of all the other matchups in the NBA playoffs. Deondre Hawkins here with another edition of Lakers Talk Daily presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Skip the traffic. Head on over to Pechanga Resort Casino just off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations and for more information. Please, if you have not done so, go check out Pechanga Resort Casino. I cannot stress it enough how beautiful of a place it is. If you guys are also into golf, they have a beautiful, beautiful golf resort. Please go check out Pechanga Resort Casino. 3 days. 3 days until we get Lakers versus T-Wolves, the first game, game 1 of the first round of the NBA playoffs. And it's kind of crazy how the schedule is set up for this Lakers versus T-Wolves series. I mean, they have their game on Saturday. Then they play again. They don't play again until Tuesday. And then you look at that again. They don't play again until Friday. And then they don't play again until Sunday. It's like so spread out in this first round series between the Lakers and T-Wolves. And in my memory, I don't remember it being so spread out. You guys could correct me. I remember it just being a game or a day off in between. So you have game 1, day off, and then you play game 2 right away. But the fact that the Lakers have that game on Saturday and then they don't play again until Tuesday, it's kind of 2 days in between. 2 days rest. And, shout out to David Miniman. He puts out Lakers and Minnesota has 2 days rest scheduled between games 1 and 2, games 2 and 3, and games 4 and 5. I mean, that is crazy. So the Lakers have no excuse to go out there and play hard. LeBron James is going to get much-needed rest. Luka Doncic is going to get much-needed rest. This whole team is going to get much-needed rest in between those games from games 1 and 2, games 3 and 4, games 1 and 2, games 2 and 3, and games 4 and 5. Like, that is a great setup for Lakers to have success in this first-round matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves. But I want to talk about something that I feel like will be an advantage for this Lakers team going in to this series against the Timberwolves. It's their defense. Defense. JJ Redick sat down and did an interview before practice yesterday for the Lakers and said he reinforced that the Lakers believe that they will win based on their defense. He believes that this team will win based on their defense. And it's crazy how we were talking about how great of a defensive team the Lakers were when they were going six weeks straight. 6 weeks straight where they were the number 1 defensive efficiency in the whole entire NBA. And obviously, it took a drastic turn. Injuries happened. LeBron James out in and out of the rotation. Rui Hachimura in and out of the rotation. A couple guys banged up, like Dorian Finney-Smith, banged up a little bit. We understand all that. But this Lakers team, if you're going to beat a team like the Minnesota Timberwolves, a superstar like Anthony Edwards, a veteran like Mike Conley, defensive player of the year like Rudy Gobert, a guy who has a high motor, and Julius Randle, got great role players, and Dante DiVincenzo, Dante DiVincenzo, and Naz Reid. Like, this Minnesota Timberwolves team is very, very deep. But this Lakers team can only win this series is how well their defense is playing. And I get it that this NBA, how the NBA is now, scoring, high scoring, trying to outscore teams to the maximum capacity that they can. But not when it comes to playoffs. The Lakers are going to have to be able to get collective stops. Get 1 stop, 2 stop, 3 stops in a row. Force shot clock violations, force turnovers. Lakers got to be able to take care of the rock, but be able to force turnovers on the other end of the floor. And that's what the Lakers' struggle was in the last course of games ending the season. They were turning the ball over a lot of unforced errors, and a lot of turnovers that led to transition buckets. Lakers cannot afford that in the playoffs because every single possession matters. And the fact that JJ Redick is sitting there and saying that this Lakers team is only going to win in these playoffs is how far their defense will take them, how well their defense is going to be. And I agree with them. Defense has become a lost art in this NBA, meaning teams are scoring in 115s to 120 ranges, averaging that many points per game as a team. Lakers got to be able to hold teams under 100, hold teams under 105. That is a more doable thing. If you hold teams under 105, and you're able to limit every single possession, it matters. This Lakers team is going to go far. And the beauty with this team is how different of it was last year. Jerry Vanderbilt spoke on it. What is the difference between this team compared to previous Lakers teams? He said, obviously, you had Luka Doncic. That's already one thing alone. But what we're able to do, how we're able to switch up our team. We go small ball. We can match up with the bigs. We can space the floor out. We can also be a team that drives and attacks. The Lakers have a very, very special team here, and I can't stress it enough. But defense, defense, defense. Jared Vanderbilt's going to need a high motor. Dorian Finney-Smith is going to need a high motor. Gabe Vincent's going to need to be able to guard guys in the perimeter. There's going to need to be work done with this Lakers team on the defensive end of the floor if they want to have success in the playoffs. David McMenamin also stated that the Lakers' two-way players, Trey Jemison III, Christian Coloco, were not converted to full-fledged NBA contracts before the regular season ended. So with that being said, JJ Redick did say that he liked the chemistry of the group during the regular season, and he wants to keep that dynamic together for the playoffs, meaning that they will both be practicing with the Lakers in this playoff run, and they will be with the team for this playoff run. They just will not be converted. They will not be eligible to play in the playoffs. He likes the dynamic of this group, and that's really good because that means that the trenches, we don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. And the fact that JJ Redick is wanting these guys to stay and be Pacers guys, get the most out of this team, this only says what this Lakers team can do going forward. Timberwolves, Lakers, T-Wolves, 3 days. Let's see what we're going to have. We'll talk a little bit more about this right after that. My partners at Pechanga will give you guys a quick word.
At Pechanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Indian gaming sponsor of the Lakers.
T-Wolves, their X-factor that's going to be. We're talking about more of this over these next 2 days. Their X-factor is Naz Reid. Naz Reid is a game changer for this Timberwolves team. His ability to space the floor out, his ability to also to drive and attack and kick out and find the open guy, he is the X-factor for this Timberwolves team. Rudy Gobert, there's going to be times the T-Wolves, Chris Finch is going to be pulling him out of the lineup and putting Naz Reid in there to match up with the Lakers. How are the Lakers going to match up with Naz Reid? How are the Lakers going to match up with the Minnesota Timberwolves? We're going to do a deep, deep dive come Saturday. But as always, appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me know how you guys feel about this Lakers team as far as defensively, how they match up with this T-Wolves team. Read the comments off to you guys. But as always, talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.